Thank you very much, Nadia. Thank you for the introduction of why studying China, why studying in Dalian. First of all, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Steven, and I'm the Associate Dean for a school in the Dongbei University of Finance Economics. And because Nadia already mentioned the advantages of studying in China, so I don't need to mention too much. And I will just talk about our city, our university, and our school, our program a little bit. So first of all, and I'll introduce you about the Dalian. And maybe the overseas students may heard about Shanghai, Hong Kong, Beijing, but Dalian is one of the biggest cities in China as well. And in China, we have, of course, we have a giant schools, cities like Beijing and Shanghai. But Dalian is the first tier cities in China as well. And when you look at the population, it's 7 million people in China. And here we have a map in front of you. And we in the right place in Dalian, very nearby the Beijing. And it's about an hour flight to Beijing and 1.5 hours flight to Shanghai. Most importantly, we are very international city as well, where, as you can see, we're very close to South Korea, very close to Japan. From our places to fly to Seoul in South Korea only take about 45 minutes. It's the shortest international flight in China. And it's leading GDP in the northern part of China as well. One thing I can mention about is an internationalized city is when you take the metro in China, you will see in Dalian, you will see our metro subway will be announced by both Chinese, English, Japanese, and Russian. So you can see how international we have. And we also have excellent climate. Currently, because in the summertime or in June, July, most of places in China, extremely hot, even in Beijing, Harbin, the city like that. But at Dalian, we have, what do we say, one of the best climate in China, especially during the summertime. We don't use air condition a lot. A lot of people just come to here to enjoy the lovely summertime. And the climate is so nice, which, for example, every day we have over 20 flights between Dalian to Beijing to Shanghai and other major cities in China. So if you want to know more about Dalian, you can Google it, you can Baidu it, you can search about information, about a video about Dalian. And we also have so many good companies, so you can easy to find internships, and after graduate, you can looking for further career development in the town as well. So I'm going to mention about our university as well. The university is founded in 1952. So among China is one of the university which have its bit history, because in China, we only established in 1949, the Republic of China. So our university founded in 1952, and we have over 20,000 students on campus. As you can see from our names, we are not comprehensive university. Of course, we don't rank so high in China because comprehensively, but in the business majors, for example, accounting, finance, business management, we all top in China. For example, in the last MOE evaluation, we're #1 in accounting, #6 in finance and economics. And when you join in Dongbei University of Finance Economics, you're not only come here study on your own, you are mixed with Chinese students, you are mixed with over 100 nationality international students as well. Unlike some university in the university town, very remote from the city center, we are exactly located in the city center. And there are two of the biggest shopping centers nearby, like Wanda Plaza and the Jinhui Plaza. It's also, if you heard of the Xinhan Square, one of the largest square in Asia, only about 10 minutes away from that. So when you're exhausted, when you feel tired, you can just by walking distance to the coastline and enjoy the view of the ocean. So very modern facility. This is some of the buildings in our campus, and we have a so big library as well. You can study over there. And in our school, which I'm working with, and we also have a school library as well. So this is show you some of the pictures. Free IT access and the computers. It's beautiful in the campus, and the whole building is a Wi-Fi connected. So which means you will be able to access Wi-Fi with your laptop, mobile phone within the campus. So this is show you some of the facilities as well. For example, this is about 20,000 people stadium we have. Myself, I enjoy jogging and a bit running sports, and I use quite often. So now exactly good weather, you can take about 5 meters run in this lovely stadium. That will be wonderful. And I will show you a bit dorm as well. And of course, like the most of Chinese university, we divide the international students and Chinese students into different dorms. And in our dorms, we have the 2-bedroom dorms, 1-bedroom dorms, and we offer, of course, our student the office will help you to find off-campus apartment as well. We have the long-term rental agreement with multiple apartments nearby. Unlike Beijing or Shanghai or Shenzhen, Dalian, still the renting price is quite cheap. Because, for example, if you want to rent an apartment on your own, a studio apartment about 40 square meters, and the total price will be between 2,400 RMB to 3,000 RMB. So roughly about $500 a month. But if you want to find something like in Beijing and Shenzhen, the price could be doubled. So that's the price, show you how much you live in a single room, a shared room, and off-campus apartments. So about GAIM, so where I worked, and we founded in 2002. Of course, we have another school, it's taught in the Chinese program. And when the students want to study Chinese program, you have all the majors available. But today, I'm particularly talking about our English teaching program. We used to have a lot of English teaching program for the undergraduate program, but now we only focus few majors. And for example, this is our teaching faculty members. You will see from our school, we are not only deliver the courses by our Chinese professors, we also hire a professor from a multiple culture background. For example, some of them from US, some from Australia, some of them from other places. And so you will be not mixture with students with multiple cultures. You will also be taught by the teachers by different culture backgrounds. So this is 2 English full-time programs we have right now. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. For the BSc International Business Management, that is the bachelor programs, we have the key courses like International Business Management, Strategic Management, etc. And for the MSc program, and this is the key modules as well. But normally the teaching part is for 1 year, 1.5 year, so 3 semesters. The remaining year is for do your dissertation and do the internship. We have worked with multiple companies in our nearby. Later, I can show you. The good things about you come here to study in our school is you are not going only be studying our school. I believe following the COVID will be finally, no more epidemic, and you will get a chance to travel around the world. And we have signed an exchange agreement with multiple partners around the world. So you will be can study 1 semester, study abroad, only paying our tuition fees, and you don't need to pay the partner tuition fees. So it will be like a Malaysia campus, and you can study in the Germany, etc. So the partner companies, we have a lot of partner companies nearby as well, which we have signed an internship agreement with them. According to our regional police bureau policy, when you're in the senior years of study and when you're in the postgraduate study, you'll be able to do the internship with paid internship our international office will help you to apply for the internship visa, which you be able to work locally. And we already have connections with lots of companies. So which means you'll be able to work over there. So this is show you some of the campus life. And this is like a stadium. We have sports meeting, we have football game, and we have culture festival, etc. So most importantly, we are very proud of our student support and services. For example, our student officer will be our liaison person. And when you have any emergency, you can be reached to our international student officer all the time. And we can, support you medical assistance and so on. For example, because our English program, a lot of students, they don't know how to speak in Chinese. So when you go to the hospital, for example, our international student officer will accompany you and give you some of the support. So I believe when you come here, you'll not only get a Chinese degree, you will have a valuable study abroad experience. And when you teach an English program, we are emboldened with lots of Chinese courses. So when you expect to graduate with us, you will be expect to graduate with not only English taught degree, but also HSK4 as a requirement. And we will support you a lot of internship opportunities. And you can be able to apply for exchange program with our partner university globally. So you got an expanded global network. I believe this is the stuff I want to tell you, and I will leave a few minutes for Q&A. And this is how to apply. Later on, you can go to our website and to apply for the program. And most importantly, we have the IELTS requirements because it's English program. But if you don't have IELTS, I understand that right now it's so difficult to do the IELTS because this COVID-19 epidemic. So you can do an online interview by our language professor. That will be okay as well. So this is our the school information, and you can go to the website and get more information. And this is you can do through the email and check information. You can go to WeChat as well. So that's all the information you need to know. And now I believe we still have like 3 minutes. So if any students would like to do some Q&A, we would lovely to be, here for you and answer all your concerns and questions. Hi, Nadia.
Hi, Stephen. Thank you for the wonderful presentation. Yes, we still have a few minutes left, and we can answer some questions. So I believe earlier you mentioned about internship, right?
Yes, it is.
Yes, so it's very exciting, especially for students, not only to learn in classes, but also to do internship. But the opportunity is also available for both students to apply on a bachelor's program and master's program, or is it only for master's program?
It's both applied to the undergraduate program students and the postgraduate students. And because we have signed an internship agreement with multiple companies nearby, for example, like big companies like Pfizer, the medical company, and IBM, and also like Wipro, one of the giant Indian companies nearby. Because in Dalian, we are one of the biggest BPO, the outsourcing center in China. Some people, they say that Dalian is Bangalore of China. So that's why we have a lot of opportunities, especially applied for the student have other language skills. For example, we are BPO center for Thailand market, for Indian market, for Vietnamese market. So the student from Thailand, Vietnamese, sometimes are required to do the internship over there, and they pay quite well as well. So some of the students, which I know, after they graduated, they sign agreement with company directly, they will be recruited. And we also have tourism management major, of course, not for this year, but because we expect small number this year, and this year we will have BM program. But next year, for example, we have a tourism management agreement. We have signed agreements with the local Castle Hotel and with the Kempinski and Grand Hyatt. So the student will be able to do their when they're senior years undergraduate and the second year in postgraduate. So they get paid work in the hotel industry as well. And if you know that Dalian is a tourist city, so there will be quite a lot of internship available them, especially during the tourism season. In Dalian, in that case, it's between May to October. I hope this answers your questions as well.
Yes, yes, it is very exciting. It's gonna be a very exciting opportunity for internship, especially. I think another question would be because we can see that many students are interested in scholarships. So can you perhaps share a little bit about the scholarships that is offered by Dongbei University of Finance and Economics?
Yes, there are different kinds of scholarship. Of course, we always have national scholarship available for you. You can apply for the Chinese national scholarship, both for undergraduate, postgraduate, and to the doctorate grades. And you can also apply for our, Confucius School's scholarship. And in our school, the GAIM, we not only can apply for the national or regional scholarship, school also developed a scholarship, first of all, for freshman students. For the freshman student, if you're really excellent, you can apply for the maximum scholarship, which is for the first year, you don't need to pay for any tuition fees. And for the second year and the third year and the rest of the year, if you are being excellent, we have an excellent student scholarship as well. If you top in the class, you can always apply for that. For the details, I don't need to mention too much, but student welcome to write an email and contact our student officer to apply for more details.
Great. So I think perhaps the other questions would be, this is also very important. So when is the application deadline to apply to the university?
The deadlines. And normally our deadlines to apply for September intake is in July. But because this year, we all know this how epidemic bring the changes to the world and to the higher education. In that case, we are still waiting for the national policy right now. We don't know whether the students in abroad can be allowed to come to in China in September intake. So if we still do it online for the study abroad students, so the deadline to apply for our program is exactly before the semester started, so end of August. So if you be able to come in the country, for example, so for some countries, we allow them to come back, for example, South Korea, and we need a bit time to apply for the visa and for the GW202 form as well. But for example, our student officer will give you a very clear instruction, and we will be happy to help you to get into the program in the last minute as well.
Great. So it's going to be very flexible because students can apply anytime, but it is always better to apply as soon as possible, right? So they can also get the admissions early as well. Yes.
And thank you for China Admission, and you always supported us some of the excellent students. For example, last year you supported one of the students from Italy, and we are very unfortunate cannot receive him because right now this COVID. But right now I can tell you one story because all the faculty members and students in our campus are vaccinated right now, and all the international students as well. We believe China will soon vaccinate the most of people. So in that case, we hope we can open the gate as soon as possible for international students. I'm kind of missing all the international students in our campus as well. So I really hope that we are going to see the more freshmen come here soon as well.
Sure, definitely. Yes, there's actually another question from a student here. It's from Walid Larkim. He's asking for the Dongbei University of Finance and Economics. I would like to ask if the international business management programs are mathematics oriented.
Oh, it's not mathematical oriented. As you can see that is what we say that, of course, we have some mathematics courses, especially in the first year, because it's a requirement at liberal arts college. But we are management focused. We are focused on the international experience, international, how you work within the international business environment. instead of you working for particular accounting, statistics, those kind of like a figure-oriented, techniques. So if you from our arts background, if you good at, literature, English, I think you'll be perfectly suitable for our program. But if you want really good at mathematics, so, if you good at Chinese, we have some majors like statistics, we have finance, and you can apply for such program as well. But the international business, as you can see from that, first of all, is focused on the international. Secondly, is management oriented. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Stephen. Yes, so I think those are all the questions for today. And thanks a lot for the wonderful presentation that you share with international students, and hope it's useful for them to decide and then to start their application as soon as possible.
It's been my pleasure as well. Lovely talk with you, Nadia.
Same here. Have a nice day ahead. Thank you.
You too.